Breaking Facts.
This video is sponsored by BuyMote Shopping. Install the app and start your shopping now. Link in the description below.
On the night of December 2nd, 1984, something unimaginable unfolded in the heart of India. A story of human suffering, industrial negligence, and the catastrophic consequences of a deadly mistake. This is the story of the Bhopal Gas Tragedy, a disaster that would change the world forever. Bhopal, a bustling city in central India, home to over 1 million people. But on that fateful night, a cloud of toxic gas would settle over this city, taking lives and changing it forever. At the center of this tragedy stood the Union Carbide India Limited, UCL plant, a facility that produced pesticides for farmers. But inside this factory, stored in massive tanks, was something far more dangerous, a chemical known as methyl isocyanate, MIC, a deadly gas capable of causing mass destruction if not handled properly. MIC, it's colorless, odorless, and deadly in even the smallest quantities. At the time, it was used in pesticide production, but no one truly understood just how dangerous it was. The night of December 2nd, a mechanical failure triggered a chain reaction in the factory. Water entered one of the MIC tanks, causing a violent chemical reaction. The pressure built up, and the safety systems failed. A catastrophic release of MIC gas into the atmosphere began. The cloud of gas, invisible to the naked eye, began to drift towards the nearby neighborhoods. It spread like a slow-moving fog, creeping into every home, every building. People had no idea what was happening. They were simply living their lives until it was too late. The first signs were terrifying. People woke up choking, gasping for air, their eyes burning. Some couldn't breathe at all. The streets filled with panic as the gas spread through the night. It was too late to escape. Over 500,000 people were exposed to the gas. The effects were immediate, severe, and deadly. Thousands fell unconscious in the streets. Others would not survive the night. By the morning, the devastation was clear. Thousands of lives lost, thousands more struggling to survive. Hospitals were overwhelmed, with patients suffering from respiratory failure, blindness, and severe chemical burns. In the days that followed, the death toll continued to rise. Estimates suggest that up to 15,000 people lost their lives due to the immediate effects of the gas. Many more would suffer lifelong health problems, including lung diseases, neurological disorders, and even birth defects. But the real tragedy wasn't just the loss of life. It was the fact that this disaster could have been prevented. The factory had ignored basic safety protocols. The plant was understaffed, the equipment outdated, and the warnings ignored. It was a failure of corporate negligence, a tragedy fueled by cost-cutting and a lack of accountability. In the aftermath, the world demanded justice. Lawsuits were filed, but justice moved slowly. Union Carbide, the company responsible, was held accountable to some extent, but many believed that the punishment didn't match the scale of the tragedy. The families who lost loved ones were left to mourn, and the survivors were left to deal with the aftermath, with little help from the government or the corporation that caused the disaster. The Bhopal Gas Tragedy remains one of the deadliest industrial disasters in history. And yet, even decades later, its full impact is still felt. Many still live with the physical and emotional scars. The city of Bhopal will never be the same. The Bhopal tragedy serves as a dark reminder of the consequences when human lives are placed below profit. And as we look back, we must ask ourselves, what lessons have we learned? Will we ever truly prevent another tragedy like this from happening again? This is the story of Bhopal, the city that we'll never forget. Subscribe for more videos.